Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, man. So Anthony Joshua gets the stoppage in the 10th round. Before I get to what I thought about the fight, I thought the stoppage was premature, man. I thought Joshua was winning the fight convincingly. I only gave Takam 1 round, so it's not like it was a close fight and the ref stopped it from going to the decision. But the stoppage was just ridiculous. It looked like the ref a few times in the fight was looking to stop the fight. When the cuts happened, he was just looking. I know one time Takam, I think the first cut he got, Takam, I think it was trying to say it was a headbutt or something. I don't know what he was trying to say. But it was caused by a punch. It was an uppercut that caught him. But it looked like the ref was like, you want to quit? Like, just like looking for a reason to stop the fight, man. And in the 10th round, I believe Joshua landed a punch around the glove or after the first right hand. He was already stepping in, shaking his head. It's like, dude, let the fight continue, man. And Takam, he earned that right, man. He was fighting back. He wasn't hurt. Joshua was landing some leather on him now, but it wasn't like he was hurt or getting ready to go down or none of that shit, man. He was steady on his feet. Wasn't I don't know. It was just a bullshit stoppage. But as far as the fight, Joshua can't control what the ref wants to do. You know what I mean? He's in there throwing his fist. As far as the fight, though, I thought Joshua did a good job of adapting to Takam's style, that bobbing and weaving. He's already the shorter fighter. But that bobbing, weaving type of style where it made him think a little bit. He couldn't go in there and just bum rush Takam like that. Takam is a rugged customer, man. That's the word I love using for him, rugged. And I said that shit, even before the Parker fight, I was saying that he's a rugged customer, man. He's, what I mean? He could just give you different looks, different angles. Like I called him a poor man's James Toney. But he can just give you those different looks and angles, man. But Joshua's doing a good job of what he does best, combination punching from mid-range. He isn't a shoulder-to-shoulder in the trenches type of fighter like Riddick Bowe, but he's very good at that mid-range, you know what I mean? Because he can let go 4-5s and 6s, 4-5-6 punch combinations like it's nothing, and he can do it routinely throughout the fight. Takam did have some bright spots in the fight, although he was losing the rounds. He was making it, he was trying to fight competitive as he could, man. I like some of his body work he was landing. He landed some good right hands upstairs. Joshua was doing a good job of rolling with some of Takam's shots. But Joshua, did what he had to do, man. To me, this is one of his tougher fights. Not that he was getting, again, like I said, not like he was losing rounds, but he had to think. Takam was tough in there. He was landing some good shots back. Joshua even got his nose busted. It was a headbutt by Takam. I thought Takam should have tried to take advantage of that. And I know it's easier said than done, but try to stuff that jab in Joshua's face. Just to keep irritating the nose, although it was caused by a headbutt, but just keep irritating it, keep the blood flowing. Just give that visual, you know what I mean, that, hey, his nose is busted throughout the fight. The blood stopped flowing after a few, I can't remember exactly. I only watched the fight once live. I think, shit, he got it busted, and it was, after that round, I think maybe another round it was bleeding, and it was done. Then he stopped bleeding from the nose. So I thought Takam should have kept that blood flowing out by just stuffing that jab. Even when they're in close, even when you're in close, just landing those little chipping shots when guys are in the clinch, just to keep that nose busted. Even if it was just to keep Joshua when he's on the outside, just keep him pawing at his nose. Just try to make it work to your advantage somehow. Even if Joshua was just pawing at it, maybe you can time one of the moments that he's pawing at his nose and you can catch him with a shot. But didn't happen. Joshua did a good job of fighting a versatile fight. In the fight, I seen him he was trying to line Takam up by just holding him off with the jab. Wasn't really throwing it, just holding him in one spot and then try to come with quick right hands. Takam was kind of catching on to that. I even seen some jabs to the body by Joshua in this fight, man. So Takam definitely made him think. And it wasn't an easy fight. I thought, like I said, I thought AJ definitely was in control of the fight. But it's one of them fights where, Takam made him work, and Joshua took care of business, man. So Joshua gets the stoppage. Like I said, thought it was premature. I would have just rather see, Takam, as Joshua said to the crowd, you guys want to see him get knocked out or whatever, and they all cheered and all that. That's another thing, man. That dude can control that crowd on the microphone like it's nothing. You know what I mean? Like, You know, they're booing Eddie Hearn. As soon as Joshua gets on the microphone, they're all cheering again. So, and he was asking the crowd about do they want where where do they want him to fight next? And it seems like the UK crowd wants to keep him in the UK. When he mentioned Vegas, they all booed. So how many people was it? 80,000 in there. So I don't know. They all seem to boo about that idea. So now I kind of get why in the comment section a lot of fans don't want to see him come to Vegas. You know what I mean? So not that those 80,000 people tonight represent every fan that comes to my comment section, but it gives me a idea. You know what I mean? But thought it was premature stoppage. But again, AJ took care of business. Only gave Takam 1 round. It wasn't one of those stoppages where it's like, hey, this fight was close on the scorecards, could have went to decision type of thing. I just thought that Takam was still had his bearings, man, that he could have fought on. Joshua was seeming to come on towards that 10th, but there was a few times in the other rounds where it looked like he was coming on, and then Takam would just, you know, let the storm pass, and then he would, you know, continue to fight. So, but it is what it is, though, man. Anthony Joshua, 10th round TKO. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm gone.